Hello, my name is Donald Hess. I'm Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, and I'm here with Ruth Abbott, Dean of Academic Affairs, and Mary Van Auken, Dean of Faculty, all from the College of the Marshall Islands. And we're here to do our presentation regarding the degree qualifications profile and what we did with it at the College of the Marshall Islands. And even though there's only 3 of us on this slide, this process was participated in by mostly all of the faculty, and you'll see as we go through our presentation how the faculty was involved in it. No arrow. Okay, so how do we use the degree qualifications profile at the College of the Marshall Islands? The first thing that we did was we took our general education student learning outcomes and we mapped them to the degree qualifications profiles.
At that point, the faculty began a process to analyze the intention of the GE SLOs. In other words, defining the outcome. We called this process definitional, and we did it in group work.
We then took the analyzed outcomes and gathered all the classroom assignments that might potentially be used as evidence that the student has met the SLO, and we arrived at a consensus as to what kind of evidence meets the outcome.
From the analysis and summary evidence that was developed, we developed a generic description of embedded assignments. We built rubrics for each outcome by reviewing the value rubrics and others to modify where appropriate. All of this was done by the faculty. The result was one rubric for each outcome, and each outcome complete with a description of a possible embedded assignment.
Okay, at this point, since we were working with the general education student learning outcomes, we wanted to obviously link this to a degree. Our liberal arts learning outcomes are very similar to the general education program learning outcomes because it is our transfer degree. As a result of this, we have articulation agreements with various colleges that will accept our liberal arts degree for their general education requirements at a 4-year university. So we then reviewed each of the general education rubrics for each of the outcomes with the embedded assignment for possible adoption by liberal arts for its degree. So the liberal arts department is the one who did this and determined if the rubrics were applicable for their degree. So from this process, what did we learn? Okay. First thing we learned is that we have to apply the DQP to degree level, especially our transfer degree or AA degree. Like I said, we sort of started this process a little kind of backwards in that we went through it with our general education student learning outcomes and not a degree learning outcome. So from this, we realized, number one, really the differentiation between general education and our liberal arts degree, which was very helpful to us, and then how to apply that to the DQP to the AA degree.
One thing that I guess I would say gives us some hope is that we realize we could use the DQP to inform us if our rigor is appropriate in our transfer degree, especially because we're a community college and especially because we are very far from most other accredited institutions. The DQP helps us show other people that we have a degree of appropriate rigor.
And an example of how this result of our analysis, our gap analysis specifically, has changed us is that we have implemented an ethics course, which we found to be very needed.
So Where do we go from here?
Liberal arts needs to vet, design and vet rubrics.
General education and liberal arts using the degree qualifications profile need to go, are using the DQP for continuous quality improvement.
And furthermore, we realize that we can apply the DQP to not just our liberal arts degree, but other degrees and certificates. In one regard, we are contemplating a 4-year education degree and how this can apply to that. So we thank you for your patience and listening to us, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us and Comultada.